I buckled my seatbelt and tried to focus on the road. But Liam in the back seat was already teasing me. "Seriously, why are you so quiet, man? You're usually cracking jokes," he said, elbowing me lightly. "I'm fine," I muttered. Keeping my eyes on the road, Emma's hand found mine, fingers warm and soft. "Don't be so serious," she said, squeezing gently. "It's a family trip. Let yourself relax." "Yeah, sure, relax," Liam snorted. "Relax? This is you relaxing? You look like you're about to battle a dragon." I laughed, despite myself. "I'm fine, Liam," Emma leaned over, whispering. "He's just jealous you're spending time with me." "Jealous? Me, never," Liam shot back, grinning. "But maybe I am." "You're way too happy." I noticed the way Emma's eyes flicked toward a man walking outside the rest stop. He looked familiar somehow, but I couldn't place him. She smiled small, sought a land I forced myself to dismiss it. Maybe I was imagining things. Back in the car, she held my hand across the center console. "You're tense," she said softly. "I'm fine," I repeated. "Just thinking about what?" She pressed, tilting her head, that teasing smile I loved so much. "Nothing," I said quickly. "Just tired, I guess." The next few hours passed with the usual chatter, parents talking about the route, Liam joking about how I'd probably get lost, my sister giggling at something Emma said. Emma was radiant, laughing, leaning against me casually. I tried to convince myself everything was normal, then I heard it. The soft, familiar buzz of her phone. She picked it up, pressing it to her ear while pretending to adjust her hair. "I'll see you there tonight," she whispered, low enough that I almost didn't catch it. My hand froze on the wheel. My stomach twisted. I stared at her face, trying to reconcile the warm woman beside me with the voice I just heard. "Everything okay?" Emma asked casually, still holding my hand. "You're staring." "Yeah. Just thinking," I said, but my voice sounded hollow even to me. Liam's laughter from the back seat broke through. "You're zoning out again, bro. You're scaring me." "Nothing," I muttered. "Just tired." Emma kissed my cheek lightly. "You'll be fine. Don't worry so much." I wanted to believe her. I wanted to laugh and joke and relax, but the words I'd just heard echoed in my head. Every smile, every laugh between us suddenly felt hollow. I caught her looking out the window. She wasn't smiling anymore, just thoughtful. My heart sank, trying to make sense of it, but I couldn't. Was I imagining things, or was something really there? I tried to focus on the road, gripping the wheel tighter. Liam's jokes faded into background noise. My mind was stuck on her whisper, replaying it over and over. "I'll see you there tonight." I wanted to confront her. Scream, ask her to explain, but I didn't. I couldn't. I kept my voice steady. My face calm, but inside a storm was raging. Every laugh we shared, every gentle squeeze of her hand, felt like a lie now, and I didn't know if I could ever see her the same way again. I couldn't stop hearing her voice in my head. "I'll see you there tonight." Every time I closed my eyes, it played on repeat, double quotes. "Hey, you okay?" Liam asked from across the room, tossing a pillow at me. I caught it, forcing a laugh. "Yeah, just tired. The drive wore me out." "You're lying." His grin faded. "I can see it in your eyes." I rubbed my temples. "It's nothing. Just thinking." Emma floated past, humming softly. "You've been quiet all evening. Did I do something wrong?" "No," I said quickly. "Of course not." She paused, tilting her head. "You seem distant." "I'm fine," I said again, though my stomach twisted. I tried to ignore how she avoided my gaze, how she kept checking her phone every few minutes. "Maybe you're imagining things," Liam muttered. "Or maybe someone's messing with you." I shook my head. "No, I know what I saw or heard." Emma's laugh came from the corner, sweet and light, but it stopped me cold. She had her phone pressed to her ear, whispering something I couldn't catch. Then a burst of laughter, the kind she'd never given me. I froze. "Who's that?" I asked, my voice tight. She turned, smiling. "No one. Just a friend from work." I overheard you laughing, I said slowly. You don't laugh like that with me. I'm having fun, she said lightly, shrugging. I didn't realize you were eavesdropping. I just heard you. My hands clenched. Why are you hiding it? Hiding it? She laughed again, this time soft and teasing. You always think the worst. It's just a friend. Stop worrying. I wanted to believe her, I really did. Emma, I need honesty, please. Her eyes softened for a moment, but the hesitation flickered just too quickly. I'm telling you it's nothing. I promise. You're overthinking, I exhaled slowly, trying to steady my voice. I want to trust you. I really do, but I can't shake the feeling something's wrong. You're imagining things, she said firmly, stepping closer. Stop making mountains out of molehills. Liam leaned against the wall, arms crossed. He's not imagining. You just might be a little careless, Emma. Her smile faltered. Careless? I'm not careless. You left clues, I said quietly. Little things. Looking away, laughing at secret messages, the phone calls. My voice shook, but I forced the words out. Emma's fingers fidgeted with the hem of her shirt. It's just nothing. Can we drop it? I wanted to drop it. I wanted to believe her. But the seed of doubt had been planted, and it was growing fast. I couldn't ignore it anymore. Liam nudged me. Don't let her play you, man. Trust your instincts. I know, I whispered more to myself than anyone else. And yet part of me clung to the hope that I was wrong, that she was still the woman I loved. But every time I saw her smile, it felt like a mask hiding something darker. I lay in bed that night, staring at the ceiling, replaying every gesture, every glance, every laugh. I didn't sleep. I didn't mean to see it. Emma had left her phone on the counter while she poured coffee. The screen lit up with a message. Can't wait to see you tonight. Miss you. The name above it made my stomach drop. Dare it, I stared at it, hands trembling. What's wrong? Emma asked, coming up behind me, cheerful as ever. Nothing, I muttered, locking the phone quickly.
Just checking emails. She smiled, sweet and careless.
You worry too much, honestly. I didn't respond. I couldn't. My mind raced through every detail, her laughs, her secretive glances, the whispered words from the car. Are you okay? Liam asked, leaning against the doorway. He didn't need to ask. I could feel him watching. Yeah, I said, voice tighter than I realized. I'm fine. Emma sat at the table, pouring syrup over her pancakes. You look tense. Did I do something? No, it's nothing. I forced a smile. Just tired. She reached across, touching my arm lightly. You're avoiding me. I'm not, I said quickly. Just thinking. Thinking about what? She pressed, her tone teasing but probing. I swallowed hard. Your phone. Her eyebrows shot up. My phone? What about it? I wanted to throw the phone across the room. I saw a message. From Derek. It wasn't just casual. Emma laughed softly, eyes locking with mine. Derek, that's ridiculous. We're just friends. You're reading too much into it. I don't think I am, I said, my voice trembling. The message is he's texting you late, inviting you somewhere. I don't know what to think. She waved her hand dismissively. It's nothing, really. You're overreacting. You call this overreacting? I asked, anger lacing my words. You're hiding something. I can feel it. You're smiling at me, but it's fake. Every laugh, every glance, it's not for me. Emma leaned back, serene, unbothered. You're imagining betrayal everywhere. Stop making a story out of nothing. Liam shook his head from the doorway. She's not lying. You just need to trust your gut, man. Something's off. Can't just ignore it, I said quietly. I need to know the truth. I can't live in this doubt, truth. Emma's voice was soft, almost coaxing. The truth is, you're being paranoid. Look at you, pal, tense, accusing me. Why would I betray you? Because I think you already have, I said. The words felt heavy in my mouth, but I couldn't hold them back. And I need proof. I need something real. Emma tilted her head, smiling. Proof? You have nothing. You're grasping at shadows. Maybe, I said, but I'm not blind. I've been noticing things. Little slips, whispers, glances. It's all adding up. She laughed, a light melodic sound that used to soothe me. Now it felt sharp, slicing through the tension. You're imagining a conspiracy. Derek is a friend. That's it. Stop torturing yourself. I clenched my fists. Maybe I'm imagining. But if I am, I'll deal with it. But if I'm not, I'll make sure I know the truth, Emma. No more secrets. She met my gaze evenly. Fine, but remember, sometimes you see what you want to see. I couldn't reply. I just stared at her, my chest tight, my hands shaking. The doubt, the suspicion, the betrayal lit was suffocating me. Every laugh she shared now felt tainted. Every touch was a test. And I knew I had to decide. Confront her fully, gather proof, or let it fester until it destroyed me. I followed them quietly, staying behind the trees as Emma laughed at something Derek said. My chest tightened with every step. The way she leaned in, her hand brushing his arm, Mitch shouldn't have hurt like this. But it did. They looked too close, I muttered to myself. Gripping my jacket, Liam's voice popped in my head. Like a warning, trust your instincts. Emma tilted her head, laughing, tossing her hair. Derek smiled back, confident, almost arrogant. My hand shook. I wanted to scream, run, demand answers right there, but I didn't. I wanted the truth on my terms. Back in the hotel room, I slammed the door. The sound echoed. Harsh. Emma looked up, calm, almost amused. You're tense, she said, folding her arms. Rough day? I threw the phone on the table, the screen showing their messages. What is this, Emma? Her smile didn't falter. What is what? The messages. The phone calls. Don't pretend you don't know. I can't help who I connect with, she said lightly, leaning against the wall, fingers playing with a bracelet. Connect? This isn't connecting. This is lying. This is betrayal. My voice rose, shaking with anger and disbelief. I saw you. I followed you. I know exactly what's going on. Emma laughed softly. You followed me? And you're mad? She tilted her head, expression almost mocking. You're acting like I owe you an explanation for existing. I felt my stomach drop. You owe me honesty. You promise every time you touch my hand, every laugh, every smile, it's a promise I thought you kept. And this, I gestured wildly. This shatters it. She shrugged, still calm. Promises. You think life is that simple? I'm allowed to feel. I'm allowed to enjoy my life. Don't make this about you. About me? I shouted. It's about trust. You ripped it apart. And for what? Him, Derek? You think I won't notice the lies? The whispers. Every little thing? Her eyes softened for a fraction of a second, but the smirk returned too quickly. You're so dramatic. You're imagining betrayal in everything. I'm telling you, it's not what you think. I know exactly what I think. I slammed my hands on the table. I saw you too. Your hands brushing, your laughter, the way you look at him like I don't exist. Emma's voice dropped, calm but sharp. I don't look at him. I look at life. You're twisting it all. I can't control how you perceive things. I took a step closer, chest heaving. Perceive. Emma, I lived with you for years. I know when you're lying. I feel it in every bone. You feel what you want, she said softly, voice almost teasing. You choose to see betrayal, not truth. I closed my eyes for a moment, shaking my head. Survival isn't about breaking down. It's about seeing clearly, about knowing who's real, and right now I open my eyes, glare sharp. I see you, and I see him, and I see the betrayal I can't ignore. Her smile didn't fade. Then what will you do? Storm out. Cry? Beg? Neither, I said, voice cold. I'll watch. I'll plan. I'll make sure nothing like this ever controls me again. She leaned back against the wall, arms folded, still unshaken. Bold words. Let's see if you can live by them. I didn't answer. I just stared, breathing hard, feeling the rage, the heartbreak, the clarity all at once. The room was heavy with silence.
I didn't break.
I wouldn't. This was just the beginning. CHP.5, I sat on the edge of the bed, staring at my hands. My heart screamed one thing: leave. Walk out, never look back. But another part of Meetha part that still loved her wanted to test her, to see how far the deception went. Why are you so quiet? Liam's voice echoed in my mind, like he was right there. You can't just sit there and stew forever. I'm thinking, I muttered aloud, even though he wasn't, trying to figure out my next move. Emma appeared at the doorway, smiling innocently. You've been distant all day. Did I do something? You've done a lot, I said softly. But not in the way you think. Her brow arched. I don't understand. I let my gaze drift to her, watching. Every smile she gave felt fake, every touch calculated. I'm keeping track, I said finally. Every movement, every message, every little lie. Emma's laugh was light, teasing. Keeping track? You're paranoid. Stop obsessing. Paranoid. I snapped. I know what I'm seeing. I see the whispers, the secret glances, the moments you think I'm not looking. You think I'm hiding? She asked, tilting her head. You're imagining things. I'm not imagining, I said, leaning back. I'm planning. Because real power isn't screaming at you, Emma. It's controlling myself, my emotions, my life. And I'm done being powerless. She laughed softly again, that same melodic sound that used to calm me. Now it made my blood boil. Control? You're obsessed with control. Maybe, I admitted. But it's my turn to decide how this plays out. And right now, every lie you've told, every glance at him, it's mine to handle. Emma's eyes narrowed slightly. Handle? You can't handle me. You'll never understand me. I understand enough, I said. Enough to know I can't let anyone else's actions dictate my life. I've got to be smarter, patient, stronger. That's my choice. She stepped closer, voice softening. You're taking this too far. Stop thinking like a detective. Just trust me. I shook my head. No, I'm done trusting blindly. I'll watch, I'll learn, I'll wait. Every move you make now is in my hands. Her expression flickered for a second, something small, like uncertainty, but she covered it immediately with a smile. You're dramatic, you know that? I'm deliberate, I corrected. And deliberate is better than naive. I won't let you or anyone destroy what I've built inside myself. I stood up, pacing, thinking. Every plan, every observation had to be precise. I couldn't let anger make me reckless. I couldn't let heartbreak make me weak. Liam's voice in my head reminded me, control the storm. Don't let it control you. I exhaled, finally calm. Emma, this isn't about revenge yet. Not directly. It's about seeing clearly, about holding power over myself and over what I allow into my life. She tilted her head, still smiling, still unaware of how closely I was watching. And that's my choice, I whispered. To watch, to learn, to act only when I'm ready. For the first time in days, I felt a flicker of control. Not over her, not over Derek, but over me. And that made all the difference. I watched quietly as the dinner conversation drifted toward harmless family chatter. Emma floated through the room, laughing, charming everyone, pretending nothing was wrong. Pass the salad, please, she said, handing it to my mother. Her smile was flawless, practiced. I leaned back, studying her. Every movement, every word was calculated. And that was where I began. Emma, I said casually, did you say you'd met Derek for coffee yesterday? Her hand froze over the salad bowl. Coffee? Oh yes, just a casual friend meetup. Liam's eyebrow rose. You never mentioned Derek before? It's nothing, she said quickly, voice light. Just someone from work. I smiled faintly. Funny, I thought you were working late. You said so yesterday. Emma's fingers tightened around the bowl. I just ran some errands, that's all. I didn't press further. Not yet. I let the pause stretch, just long enough to make the tension uncomfortable. "Errands?" my father asked, frowning. "All by yourself?" "Yes," she said, almost too quickly. "Just errands." I caught Liam's subtle nod. He knew what I was doing. Planting seeds, letting pressure build. Later, as Emma excused herself to the bathroom, I leaned toward Liam. "She's slipping," I whispered. "I see it," he replied. "Derek doesn't even know what hit him yet." When Derek appeared in the living room later, confident and smirking, I let him have it. "So, Derek," I said, voice calm but sharp. "I hear you and Emma had quite a meeting yesterday." Smile faltered. You just, what?" I asked, tilting my head. "Laugh? Share a coffee? Maybe text late at night?" Emma returned then, noticing the exchange. Her face, usually so composed, flickered just for a second. "Don't start this," she said softly. "I'm not starting," I said evenly. "I'm just observing. Observing the truth that everyone else can see if they choose." Eric's confidence began to crack. "I don't look. It's private," he stammered. "Private," I echoed, voice icy. "Funny, the messages you left on her phone weren't exactly private." Emma's jaw tightened, her charm failing under the subtle scrutiny. "You're imagining things," she said, voice trembling slightly. "I'm not imagining," I said, voice low, deliberate. "I'm showing people what's been hidden. Lies only last as long as no one notices." "You're cruel," she whispered. "I'm careful," I corrected. "Justice doesn't need violence. It only needs patience." Derek shifted uncomfortably, realizing his arrogance had underestimated me. "You can't just—" "Oh, I already did," I said, letting the words hang. "The truth always finds a way." Emma's hand trembled as she reached for a glass, trying to maintain composure. "This isn't the way, maybe not," I interrupted gently. "But it's the way the world works. Patience, observation, letting your own mistakes trap you." The subtle satisfaction of watching her carefully cultivated charm falter was bitter but satisfying. Watching Derek flush red, fumbling words was even sweeter. Not because I wanted them punished, but because the scales had finally started tipping. I didn't celebrate. I didn't smirk. I simply leaned back, letting my control remain cold, strategic. "Do you see it now?" I asked, looking at Emma. "You thought deception could hide forever? You thought your charm and confidence would protect you. But Pashank asterisk." I paused, letting the weight settle. Patience always turns the scales. Emma didn't answer. Her eyes darted to Derek, then back to me, searching, panicked. I caught Liam's eye across the room. A slight nod, he understood. We both understood betrayal doesn't always. Emma's voice trembled before I even saw her. "Please, I can't believe I let it get this far." You let it get this far?" I said, voice calm, almost detached. "Not I. You made the choices." Her eyes filled with tears, and she stumbled closer. I was wrong. "Derek, it meant nothing. I swear, I didn't want to hurt you." I shook my head slowly. "It's not about what you wanted, Emma. It's about what you did. I can make it right." She pleaded, hands reaching for mine. "Please, just forgive me. I'll do anything." I pulled my hands back, steady. "Anything?" "You can't erase the lies, the whispers, the betrayal. Actions matter more than words." She sank into the chair, crying openly. "I never realized. I never thought you'd see it all. I lost control." "You lost control a long time ago," I said softly, watching her unravel. "But I gained it. Over me. Over this situation? Over how I let this affect me, You're not angry?" she asked, voice small. "I'm beyond anger," I said. "Anger fades. Regret fades. But control, clarity, that stays with me." Liam stood nearby, arms crossed, a silent sentinel. "You did what you had to do," he said. "You didn't lose yourself." I nodded. "I didn't, and I won't. Not for her. Not for Derek. Not for anyone." Emma sobbed quietly. I can't fix this. I thought I had it all. But I was wrong." I see that now. Good, I said. See it, understand it, and live with it. That's the consequence. Derek didn't show. He disappeared quietly, probably realizing the game was lost before it began. And that was fine. I didn't need confrontation, didn't need revenge. The truth had done its work. You're strong, Emma whispered, still in shock. Stronger than I ever knew. I looked at her, my expression steady. I had to be. For me, you can't define me anymore. You never could. Her lips trembled. I don't deserve this. You know, I said, voice steady. You don't. And that's the point. I don't need your permission to move on. I don't need your approval to survive. I don't need your love to live. The room was heavy with silence after that. Emma had nothing more to say. I had nothing more to demand. The tension that had hovered over our family, over my life, slowly lifted like fog at dawn. I turned toward the balcony, sun dipping low, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. Liam came up behind me. Beautiful, he said softly. Yeah, I murmured, letting the cool air wash over me. It's peaceful. You earned this, he said. The calm after all the storm, I exhaled. Feeling the weight of months of lies, of betrayal, slowly dissolve. I did. Not by seeking revenge, but by reclaiming my life, my peace, my choices. The city stretched out below, lights flickering on as night approached. I realized I hadn't felt fear or heartbreak in a long time, not the kind that controls you. Anyway, Emma's consequences weren't mine to enforce. Socially, emotionally, she would face the fallout, and that was enough. I didn't need to gloat. I didn't need to punish. Nature, time, and her own missteps would handle it. I'm proud of you, Liam said quietly. Not for what you did to her, but for what you did for yourself. I smiled faintly. Thanks. It wasn't easy, but nothing worth surviving ever is. I took a deep breath, letting the wind whip lightly around me. The horizon was a blaze of color. I realized heartbreak doesn't define us. Our actions afterward do. And I had chosen wisely. You ready? Liam asked, nodding toward the door. I am, I said, finally turning away from the balcony. Ready for the next chapter? Ready for life on my terms. Emma's sobs faded behind us. Derek remained absent, and I walked out, not angry, not vengeful, but clear-headed, free. I had survived. I had reclaimed my peace, and that made all the difference. The sunset lingered in my eyes as I stepped into the future I was finally in control of.